Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the post-amnesty landscape with respect to extending visa status here in the Kingdom of Thailand. So what we're talking about here, first of all, is I made a previous video contemporaneously with this one wherein we discussed the fact that it looks like there will not be an extension to the current amnesty with respect to immigration status here in Thailand. Back in March, as a result of the COVID-19 outbreak, we saw Thai immigration grant an amnesty until July 31st, 2020 to anybody who basically got stranded here as a result of all the flights being shut down, etc. And in the aftermath of that, it's been speculated somewhat whether or not Thai immigration was going to continue that. I have done another video on this channel wherein we discuss how it looks like, based on actual quotes from immigration officials themselves, that no, an amnesty does not look overly probable. Now, that being said, things can change. We will be updating this channel as best we can as circumstances progress and the situation evolves. That said, we're going to operate from the presumption that it will not be extended July 31st. It's kind of a hope for the best, plan for the worst kind of situation. So the question must be posed, what do I do if I want to stay in Thailand after the amnesty comes to an end? A recent article from Khalsad English, that's khalsadenglish.com, article is entitled, Visa Amnesty Extension Unlikely, Immigration Spokes Says. I think they mean spokespersons, but they spell it S-P-O-X. Quoting directly, foreigners who do not or cannot extend their visa or are unable to leave due to flight restrictions may try asking their respective embassies for an official letter to allow them to continue staying. I'll get into that in a moment. Otherwise, they'd be told to leave Thailand. Quoting further, it also depends on the flights available to you, Pakapong, and Pakapong is, according to this article, spokesman Colonel Pakapong Sai Ubon, quoting further, but if your embassy won't issue a letter for you, then you may have to leave since there's not much we can do. Quoting further, before the visa amnesty was granted, immigration officials required as many as 9 separate documents for foreigners to extend their stay for up to 30 days. They include land deeds, rent contracts, even selfies of foreigners with their accommodations. Now, for folks out there who have dealt with the non-immigrant visa in any form, be it an O visa or a B visa, that list of 9 documents does not sound overly cumbersome if you've ever dealt with a visa extension for a B visa, an O visa, even an ED visa. All of these non-immigrant visas wherein people mostly get one-year extensions, there is a great deal of documentation associated with obtaining that extension. The immigration officers put a high degree of scrutiny on such applications, and that scrutiny has become more stringent as time has passed. That being stated, we do not know exactly what the situation is going to look like post July 30th, so post-COVID amnesty, if you want to call it that. And for this reason, I'm not going to try and get into specific detail. That being said, we can make some logical inferences. It may be possible, based on whatever limited powers are granted per the discretion of immigration officers on the ground, that certain temporary extensions may be possible. They also point out issues associated with embassy letters, and I said I'd get to that. I'm getting to it now. Embassy letters. Prior to the actual amnesty being imposed or promulgated, if you will, the name of the game for about, I think it was about a 3 or 4 week period, was folks needed to go to their respective embassy, obtain a letter from that embassy, which was specifically from that government, asking the Thai government to grant that individual further status in Thailand for whatever reason. In many cases, it was because they couldn't get a flight out, or I believe the American embassy generally issued kind of a rather vague statement where they just simply requested that the Thai government permit folks extension here in the kingdom. Since that time, we've just had the amnesty. It looks like post-amnesty, we're going to sort of revert to status quo anti-amnesty, and we're going to go back to the situation where it looks like an embassy letter may be possible. There may be other methodologies. Conversion into a visa status may be possible. For those who are really worried about this and may need assistance, it is really a good idea to contact a legal professional well-versed in dealing with Thai immigration matters, because in the upcoming weeks, we are expecting and anticipating that this overall situation is going to be rather complex. We are also anticipating it being, well, frankly, rather stressful. Folks that need to stay here are going to somehow need to try to go ahead and get themselves into lawful status. And that is probably going to vary from person to person based on the specific circumstances of their given case. So what may work for one person may not work for another person. Again, it's probably a good idea. Contact a legal professional, get some insight, get some guidance into how best to deal with this if you want to stay in Thailand post July 31.